All right. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. What a day. What an awesome and beautiful day out here, man. Oh, man. Had to give some time to the man up there, man. Again, we still, hey, pray for the city of Nashville. We call it Cashville. A lot of folks is still recovering, still adjusting. Man, things catch you by surprise sometimes. And sometimes, man, you can prepare, you can prepare for some of the things you can prepare. But the devastation, the major outcome, it takes the mind a little time to recover. Then we start trying to reasoning with the man upstairs of why and what was the reasoning and that this had to happen and what am I doing wrong or why would this go down? Oh yeah, these are a lot of questions as they come in. Like I said, a few people hit me on the side, man. You could see the frustration, and sometimes it might be a little anger. Why would he do this if he's such a loving God? Why did the question come out? I just don't understand it. And I'm gonna say something, folks. When we ask ourselves these questions, it could be a possibility that we're not close enough to him. And the reasoning for me to say that is, yes, we're human. But for those who understand him and know how he operates and what's going on all through, not only here in Nashville, but all across these United States. He has to let us know as humans, he's still in control. Now, the book speaks on, the menu book, it tells you how he is. We had to go back. How he treated Israel. Oh yeah, he loved Israel. But Israel was doing some things that they shouldn't have been doing. Oh, they didn't want to take heed to none of the prophets. They didn't want to take heed to him. So he caused some calamity to come down. These are his people. Yeah, now it's a new day. The Messiahs bring all us together. We are chosen if we take the choice and we become his people. Folks, that's why I said we got to get off this blue pill and get on this red pill. A day like today, or any other day, but especially a day like today, there is no way that you don't ought to be able to have a praise for him. There is no time for embarrassment. There is no time where I just don't know. Ain't nothing wrong with clapping your hands, raising your voice up to the Almighty. Ain't nobody got to make you do that. Because we could be in a different situation. Somebody could be making some arrangements for us. What type of arrangement, Claybrook? Some funeral arrangements. Somebody could be still searching for us. Hello? How thankful are we? Do we give thanks to him from a day-to-day situation? See, this is what doesn't happen. When you forget about him, he has to show you, hey, I'm right here. Y'all forgetting about me. Let me show you something so you can come back to me. Sometimes he does things to get our attention, to get back to him. And I know the devastation, folks. I understand. It doesn't seem like I'm a heartless person. But when you got to step out of this fleshly body sometimes and move into the spiritual realm, you understand how he operates. It's no mystery. We have to read and find out how he operates. What are we doing as a people? Is he pleased with us? Not only as a people, but as a nation. Hello. This is what happened. We're on this demon so hard. He have us believing that we have arrived. We can do our own thing. Long we got this piece of money here, we can do what we want to do until he snatched things away from us. And our money is no good. Hello? We have this virus coming around, folks. When you are in contact with him, you're supposed to be ready for anything. It's like a special forces guy, a black ops guy. They could call you anytime, and you have to be ready. But if you don't know this, how can you prepare yourself? Because it's already written in the book. The Messiah said, I'm coming back as a thief in the night. Nobody knows when a thief is coming. We got all the preparations, cameras, motion detectors and everything, locks and doors, and we get all that ready just in case a thief comes. But we don't know when he coming. So we had to be ready. We had to stand steadfast and unmovable, folks. There's no way we possess this body. And for some of us that believes in him, not know how he operates. This is what we have to do. We have to look around us and see what's going on. This is why we have to take a stand on some of this garbage living that's going on out here. All this fun time, the happy time. There's nothing wrong with doing things in a clean way. But we have a lot of garbage going on out here that's hurting our children, that's killing our children. Just the other day I posted where a young man kills his son. Son was already in a terminal situation. He escaped that. Now he has to deal with his daddy murdering him. Young boy, why do we do that? And it just didn't start with him. It's going all across the nation of this going on. A lot of high gun violence going to our schools and public places. It's because we have forgot about him. There's no restraint. Back in the day, man, you got to fight somewhere, man. You ran up on the church steps, the fighting ceased. Oh man, that wasn't, no. You didn't. That ground was it was a sacred ground. It didn't make no different way. You didn't have to be inside the church, but on the steps, the fighting stopped. Now, if you want to continue to fight again, you come off the steps, you go out in the street on the sidewalk, and you start fighting again. But it was the respect for him. We have lost respect for him. And the sad part is, when he starts showing up and showing out, then we get uneasy. We get mad, we get pissed off. We can't understand why God is taking life, young life, old life. Why he take one house, don't take the next house. Why he got this car? Well, we upset because we ain't understanding. We done forgot about him. Because if we understood, we wouldn't be angry. We would say like the older folks, you say, it is well with my soul. We don't talk like that no more because he's not in our problem. And he's definitely not in our solution. We out here living the best life without him. That's no life. And I'm the man to say it, because I see it. I'm a young man, and I have never seen such respect for some things and a very disrespectful for him. Especially as a black people, we're in the pandemic stage, folk. This virus is coming around. So what? So what? Yeah. We're so scared and clinging to this life, this wretched life. That's what he called it. We're trying to hold on to something that doesn't matter. Again, I put out some few videos about this death. What are we afraid of dying for? If we're afraid to die, we're not close to him. This lets you know when you measure yourself up with him. It ain't what mama doing, daddy doing, granddaddy, grandmama, aunties, nobody. It's you and him. And if you're afraid, it's time to get into the book and open it up and start reading. Find out the solution to this fear of death and dying and suffering. I did. Oh, it had me hung up. It had me caught up until I had to conquer it. What's going on now doesn't bother me. I'm compassionate of the life, the souls is being lost. But I understand these are things that's going on by him. We done took him out of everything, man. We done took him out of our homes. We done took him out of our schools. We almost done took him out of the church house. Yeah. We're practicing stuff of the demon. Us men, so-called men, laying down with more men. Us women laying down with other women. Then we're trying to reverse what we are as men. I think I want to be a woman tomorrow. Some of our women, I think I want to be manly tomorrow. All this is demonic stuff. That ain't a part of him. See, this is where we get confused at. So when he started acting on stuff, then we run around getting scared like some roaches and rats. How long you think the light's gonna be off? Hello, folks. This is the real deal. This is when the rubber meets the road right here. Come on, people. We shouldn't be scared to die. Let the virus come on. That's why you say you got to get your house in order. What's the house? This temple, this body, my people that's around me. That's why it takes men to lead their families. I don't know where, in this black generation, I don't know where this is coming from, where the woman is this out here by herself. And you look at the other nationalities, there's a husband, wife, husband, wife, husband, wife. Whether it's a Hispanic group, whether it's the white group, whether it's the Indian group, whether it's the Oriental group, but somewhere in the problem, the black community, we don't have this husband and wife deal going on. It's part of his plan, but someone who told us to get off of that and start raising children by, well, it ain't in the menu book. And we catching hell. We're struggling. We're straining. Yeah, we're using some parts of the government to keep the black man down, the black woman down. We can't rise up not to take over a nation, but to be productive citizens in a community where we're not in poverty all the time, running around here begging, looking for, come on now, 40 acres and a mule. He's in the blessing business. Why are some of us not being blessed? Hello? That's the question. Why are we not being blessed? He told Abraham a long time ago, he said, I'm going to bless those who bless you. I'm going to curse those who curse you. What are we doing, folks? Are we cursing ourselves or how we living? We can't get out here and start just doing anything against him and think we're going to get a blessing. And if we do get a little blessing, that's a small blessing, that's a sprinkling. What you want is an outpouring of a blessing. So that means you got to run around hit by his precepts. This thing, where I don't know if I want to be with a man right now. I don't know if I want to be with a woman. I just want to. What are we doing on the sexual anatomy part? What are we doing? Where are we slipping off to? Where we booty calling it to? Where we going out of town to and we think nobody don't see us? He sees everything. But we still struggling. We complaining. Yeah. We pissed off and mad. We bitching and going on about why we're not where we supposed to be. Or what are we doing about him? Are we standing where we supposed to stand? But we got so much fear. Come on, folks. What we doing? Once you get off of the yellow brick road, it's going to be hard to go see the wizard. We off looking at the flowers. We off looking at everything. There's the trees, the brook that's run over there, and we done got off the path where we supposed to be. Yeah, that's this book. Oh yeah, it's very narrow. It's tight, but it's right. And once the more we know of him, the less fearful we become, and less we have to rely on this nasty, no good demon back here. Because he don't have no sympathy for you. I'm going to tell you something, folks. If he didn't have sympathy for us right now, we'd all be done gone, shut down. For what we do on a daily basis that comes across social media or come across America, anywhere, a parts of the world of what we doing. The senseless killing and murders that we're doing to our children, to each other. No love in the homes. We don't see no marriages going around. We don't see no engagements happening. We see this the departed families amongst the black folk. I'm going to keep talking about it. We don't see no togetherness, no oneness. We have a bunch of women raising children. Where's the king at? How do you have a kingdom without a king? Who do that? Who told you you can operate like that? He didn't tell you that. And we wonder why we suffering out here. And some of us black folks got a little education, a little piece of money, and we move on. We don't look back to try to help nobody into the boat until your boat starts sinking. Now you looking for some help. Come on, folks. We can't get around him. I tried. Oh yeah, I tried it. And I failed at it. Folks, we're going to get out of this fear. Some lives may be lost again. We cannot live in fear. That was the whole point of the Messiah, is to take this fear away. But we're not taking advantage of it. We're taking on the demon where the demon is running fear. He's the captain of fear. He wants you afraid, shaky, unstable, shifting, doing everything that everybody else is doing because it seems right. The book says there's a way that seemeth right, but leadeth, continue to leadeth, always gonna lead to destruction. Hello? He ain't lying. Drop this in here and I'm gonna get out of here. When I think about what's going on now, and I'm gonna keep on plugging this because I'm gonna say something about this. We heard of Moses. I think we have. His life, how he could have lost his life as a child, as an infant, because there's a prophecy that was been said. There's going to be somebody that's going to be raised up out of that Hebrew clan. Yeah, come up and take over, overthrow the Egyptians. So they went around and want to kill all the firstborn. But somehow they missed him. They missed him. He was in a basket, floating on the water. That was getting his name Moses. Yeah. Y'all need to do some research out here. I'm gonna keep plugging this movie because we use around this time which they call Easter. Hello. They Channel 2 always WKRN ABC. We use ABC here. That's national. They always show this movie, The Ten Commandments, and if it's shown today or tomorrow, some of this new generation, what goes inside that movie, they'll think it's all special effects. They wouldn't realize it's him operating. And we're talking about these plagues that came against Egypt. Once Moses got up, come in through the Pharaoh's sister's house, become strong, a leader. Everybody loved Moses. And then something triggered his mind. Because see, the Hebrews were enslaved there by the Egyptians. And he could understand how can a so-called God let this be, getting beat, getting whipped. Some of the Hebrews were talking about, is death better than bondage? That's the contemplation, folks. And the truth come out that Moses was Hebrew. He had to change some things. He had to go look for him. He had to get some answers because he can't understand how is this God letting all this death happen? Y'all see what I'm going? When tragic stuff had earthquakes, tsunamis, what happened here in Tennessee, in Nashville? How can a God let all this stuff just happen? Where's he at? Where's his presence at? Moses, a man, had to go find out. Oh, Nefertiti, she wanted that man. But Ziphrah, Moses' new wife, told him. And he told the Pharaoh's wife, he said, look here, let me tell you something. You lost Moses when he was looking for his God. I lost Moses when he found his God. Oh yeah, things change when you find him. I'm gonna keep plugging that movie, folks. You need to look at it. The most biblical point, when the firstborn of Egypt, the Egyptians died, and Pharaoh's son was included into that. That act alone made Pharaoh let God people go. They started taking everything, the gold, everything, and started moving. Didn't know where they was going, but they went into the wilderness. And all of a sudden, they got backed up to the Red Sea. Some folks think this is fictional, but it's there. There was folks complaining and murmuring all through we're talking about the heat of the day. This is Egypt. It's hot. Gotta get out here. And God provided a cloud, a Shekinah cloud, to cover them from they wouldn't get burnt up. They walking in the shade, but the sun is shining, folks. Come on. At nighttime, they couldn't see. Wasn't no street lights, but there was a pillar of fire so they can see, so they can operate. No wild animals come up on them. You had leaders. You had Moses, Aaron. Oh yeah, Joshua, Caleb. You had these folks that was there leading. Why come we don't have leaders in our black family, women? Where's our leaders? Why do you not have a man right next to you? Where's your king? Oh yeah, it comes all the way back down to us, where they got ready to cross over. And all of a sudden, all this dust and horns they were hearing, what they were hearing was Pharaoh and his chariots and the army coming after the children of Israel. Now they crying because they knew what Egypt represent: pain, death, suffering. They didn't want to go back, but they up against the sea, nowhere to turn. Oh, in the movie, Pharaoh said, God is a pure general. He leaves Moses and his people with nowhere to retreat. Little did he know he was a man. He didn't understand him, but yet. The movie get one thing wrong in this film, and you'll see it. You got to go back and read. Moses told it, and there's some people around there complaining and whining. He said, did you leave us, bring us up here to die? We might as well go back to Egypt. And then the people are like, what? No, we can't go back over there. Then Moses spoke up and said, look, after this day, not tomorrow, not next week, not 12 hours, but after this day, this moment, you will not see the Egyptians no more. He said, stand still and see the salvation of the Lord, the Almighty. They didn't understand. They couldn't understand. They couldn't comprehend. Moses lifted his hand, the staff, and that water separated. Oh man, that's impossible. It's separated. They start going down into the Red Sea, dry ground. It's supposed to be wet and muddy. They're supposed to sink up. They got chariots and animals and everything going across the Red Sea. But at the same time, the Egyptians are put on hold by a pillar of fire. And you see in the film, well, you know, the great one, you can't breach the fire, God. He wanted those Egyptians, he wanted those Hebrews bad, so bad. But let me say how God do some things. Moses just told him, you ain't gonna see him no more. How was this gonna be possible? All they was getting to the other side of the sea. Then all of a sudden, the fire dissipates. And Pharaoh gives the command, let's go get him. Oh yeah, they all running after him. And way at the end of the children, oh, they coming. So they started running to try to get over. Once the last group got over, out of the sea, what did God do? The walls of water, they're standing, and all of a sudden he collapsed the water. He drowns the Egyptians. And Pharaoh, when you read, in the movie, he doesn't die, but in real life, he does. They did not see the Egyptians no more. He made a promise, and he kept his promise. Folks, I'm just telling you, folks, sometimes we can get up against the Red Sea. So much death, so much pain, so much anguish, so many bill problems, so many other problems. We don't know where to turn. Somebody said, I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. Oh man, but what you got to do, you got to stand and see the salvation of him. Give yourself over to him. You done enough back here with the demon. You done see how far he get you, because he got you running scared. He got you afraid to die. He got you afraid to live. Give yourself over to him and see why he didn't open some stuff up for you. See when some blessings start coming down. See he start giving you some longevity in your life. He started getting your family together. He bless you, young lady, black woman, with a king. Black man, you out here struggling, looking for somebody to share your life with. He bless you with a king. There she is, right over the corner. You didn't see her, but he provided. He's a provider. He only can provide when we come off this demon back here. You can't serve two masters. I know it's powerful and it's heavy, but it's true, folks. Just stay up out here. Pray for one another. Get in your book. Get you a copy. Find you a copy of that 10 Commandments and start looking and see how God operates. See how he moves. Get heads up on the demon. Because it's rough being down by 10 in the fourth quarter. Yeah. Oh, yeah. With 6 minutes left to play. We got to score and we got to create a turnover. Just to win the game because time is running out. Hey, folks, stay up out here. Hey, this is a day that we should be praising. After what we done seen here, what we done been through and still going through, oh, man, we can't be shut up. Jeremiah said, the prophet said, it's like fire shut up in my bones. I got to get it out. Let me tell you something. We're human, folk. We was made by him. We got to praise this man. He said in his book, he said, if we as humans who he created don't praise him, he's going to get something dead. What's dead? Some rocks. Yeah, some rocks. Some boulders. To praise him. You mean to tell me that he made us a human? He blesses us on an everyday basis. And we can't praise him. He got to get some rocks to do our job. That's petty. But when he comes down and he visits us in a way we don't like it, now we scared, we running, we mad. We anxious. What we ought to be doing is standing still and seeing the salvation. Oh yeah, it's heavy, folks. Hey, continue, Lord. Continue. Continue to help us. We need help. Keep in mind, I am throwing all of my videos over to YouTube now. I'm trying to touch somebody through him. It ain't about me. I'm just a tool. We can do this, folks. We can come off this blue pill and get on the red pill. Open our mind and our eyes to see what's really going on out here. The blueprint is here. We got to choose to pick it up. How can you build a house without a blueprint? How can you build anything without a blueprint? Unless you sit down and count the cost. Hey, the next time, stay up out here.